Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Yevamot, page 30, which discusses the situation of betrothal. Now, normally when it comes to Kedushin, it's necessary for the man to give something of value to the woman and to put it on her finger or at least into her hand and to say Harat Mekudeshetli. However, if he would throw the Kedushin, it depends on how close that money landed to her in proximity to how close it is to him. If, let's say, they're 10 feet apart and he throws $100 at her and the $100 lands right in front of her, so the law is that that is a Kedushin because it is within her proximity and it is closer to her than it is to him. On the other hand, let's say he has really bad aim, he throws it and it only goes a few inches from him, and again, she's 10 feet away, so that certainly is not a good Kedushin, because it's not considered like he gave it to her, because it's closer to him. The problem is, what if there is some element of doubt? Let's say he throws it, and it lands about 5 feet away, which means it's 5 feet from him, and it's 5 feet from her. We're not exactly sure. Was it closer to him? Was it closer to her? In that situation, we have what's called a suffix. We have a situation of doubt. Now, because of this, if we were dealing with, as we've been learning, one of these women who is an Ereva. So, as we've mentioned, Reuven and Shimon are brothers, and Shimon does this throwing game to this woman who happens to be somehow related to Reuven, but not to Shimon. And in this situation, as we said all the way in the beginning, that if in fact it was a valid marriage, and let's say Shimon had another wife, but Shimon died childless, so we say certainly Reuven can't marry the Ereva, the one who he's related to, but because Shimon has two wives, also the other wife, the co-wife, is also not allowed to marry Reuven. The question is, what happens if when he threw this, it was to this woman that was related to Reuven? So we don't know, in fact, was he really married? Because if he was not married, then he only had one wife, Shimon did. And if that's the case, maybe when Shimon dies, Reuven could just simply marry her, do Yibum. On this, the Mishnah tells us that he can only do Chalitza and not Yibum because of this doubt.